Look.
I don't like the sounds.
No need to sound surprised.
Hello, everyone.
I'm just waiting for it to come up on the screen in front of me.
Are we up to week 50 already?
Yeah, we're at week 50.
Hang on to me. Oh, yeah, that's right. We only have 2 more weeks. Christmas is at the end of the year. Dear me, everything's happening.
Rightio. Oh, has Facebook changed things? Everything's in a different spot on the... Everything's different on the screen. Hello, Karen. Oh, why is it showing that there? Oh, dear. I'm just... Oh. Rightio. That's correct. Hello, Karen and Trish. Hello, Di. Nammy John is over there. Hello, Pam. I should put my new messy mat out, shouldn't I?
Yes, it was
Thank you, Pam. Pam is naughty. She got me a new messy mat after I bought myself a new messy mat and my daughter trashed it. And then my other daughter has requested...
ownership of it.
Yeah, but she's not going to. I'm just going to have a good one and a dodge one.
Dodge it up and used it.
I dodged it. Couple of bulldog clips. Hold it in place. Sorry we're running late. We got sidetracked.
Oh, actually,
Is anyone surprised?
I got sidetracked.
I have been teaching my daughter...
Don't go that way.
My beautiful daughter is learning about debits and credits. And she is hating it. She goes, why can't it be pluses and minuses? I'm like, it's not. It's debits and credits.
Some things have on the
And some things
are without GST, and some things have GST, and it's just a bit confusing. It all doesn't
she's learning things. She's not liking it. So what have we got left? I left the card at work. That's what I left.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not watching a movie. I'm just going to play a game of Selfish with you.
No, I gotta go for a shower.
No, you can have a shower after she's in bed. After you played a game of Selfish with her.
I'm not going back to a nap. By the way, that's
I'm not going back to talk to your friends on the phone. Okay, so this is what we have. We have a joy word. Just a little thin, but that's okay. And I said we'd make a shaker title, didn't I? Right. And I would overcome and conquer. So we've got a piece of, and we've got all these bits and pieces. We've got a piece of lots of scraps. A piece of smooth white. A few bits and pieces over here. So, what are we going to do? we could do a title up there, maybe.
Did you clear our banner? Did you?
Yes, I did. We don't need them all.
I was kidding.
I don't know what for. There was no purpose
I would have come up
other than to tick your mother off.
You've come up with a purpose.
They just get in the way.
Sure.
Yes.
How was your day at work today, Mum?
Yeah, okay. I fixed another printer problem. I just seem to be having printer problems. Life just seems to be one printer problem after another printer problem. What do we think? Let's say hello to people. Hello Mary. Hello Tash. Hello Lee and Deborah. Mary said hello to Naomi. Now I have you on Facebook. Awesome. Hello Sandra. Hello Chloe and Lorraine. The credit must have a corresponding debit from my banking days. Yes, Diane. And they're not pluses and minuses, are they? 19 days. I accidentally deleted a spreadsheet and I need it for my tax documents from the year before. I have all the general journal entries, but I need the spreadsheet as well as the general journal entries apparently. So, yes. No, she's not doing a course. She's just helping her mother because her mother accidentally deleted her spreadsheet. Lucky I had all the entries through. Well, obviously I had all the entries through. It's only 9 months.
Oh, I thought it wasn't a tie. That's why I did like the whole 19 days. Therefore, I've only got 346 left.
Yeah. I've already done some of it. But she needs to learn these things. She does need to learn the proper way with debits and credits, and she needs to learn about accounting. She does invoicing for the other company that she works for. So when she designs something, like if she does the graphic design for a client for the other company she works for, she does invoice them. Like she does do that in the accounting software, but she just doesn't know other things yet. Yeah, so she thought I was a magical witch or wizard today when I was using bank feeds to allocate transactions automatically. And, I kind of freaked her out a bit.
The company I work for uses
the same accounting software that we use, but they actually have the owner's daughter-in-law actually is an accountant, and she does the bits that I do.
I just have to make sure that all the information and products are correct in each invoice, and then I don't get yelled at.
And then I don't get yelled at by Gavin's wife. I got glue on that. Rightio. So I am thinking probably put 7 photos on here.
We're doing for a mainly photo type layout, are we?
We're going to go for a super photo layout. I just want to use circles again. I love circles. So probably my signature shape would have to be a circle. I have worked that out. I actually worked that out long before this. That my signature shape is a circle. I paint lots of circles too. Yeah.
You cannot make for using spots.
There's nothing wrong with dots. But we're going to make this into a shaker tile. I have said that already. Okay. What's everyone think of the look of that? Oh, do you want me to show you the vellum? So the pack of Purple Christmas colour cards, mini colour cards that's in this kit is live, and the vellums are live. I made the vellums live today. I was doing some more test printing today. So these are the 3 vellums. So these are the 3 vellums. Yeah. Oh, we've got Joy, but Joy's not live yet because there's another Joy. There is another Joy coming, but I've got to get the edges right. What's that? Write it. You know, you're not very good at saying things without speaking because of your lisp.
I just realised how confusing that must have been.
I know, because you can't pronounce things properly. So how am I meant to work out what the word is when you're saying it with your lips and you've got a lisp?
Did you also know that soft means under? So it's always like soft on it. Anyway, don't worry. I had a bit of a learning moment today. Was that supposed to, when I got a title, was that supposed to finish off by now?
No, that's going with something else.
Okay, good.
That's going with Christmas next year. Remember? With the polar bear?
Oh, yes.
That one?
Yes.
Okay. We've already got part of Christmas next year planned. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I think that turned out pretty good. I actually reckon. Wouldn't they just be so nice? Even though it's snowflakes and it doesn't snow here, although it is snowing in places of Australia. Some people in Australia are getting snow for Christmas. How awesome is that? We got a storm today. You know what I mean? Like, I still think it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty pattern. And this is a very pretty pattern. I do like this. With the poinsettias. There's a lot of work in that. People better buy that. There's a lot of work in that. Rightio. Let's get creating.
Jacqueline joins us and Nikki.
Hello, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, I owe you class kits from Melbourne. I've got a confession to make. When we packed up at our register, which was a cube unit, we had underneath the keyboard, we had the list of who had booked into classes, who'd booked and paid for classes, and who had been unable to turn up. And I had them all circled. I had lots of notes and all that sort of thing on it. Do you think I can find that piece of paper?
Actually, I think Amelia used it for drafting.
I thought it went in my diary or in the office box because that cube unit gets packed into a box of its own. It's not in the office box. I'm going to look through the class kits again that it hasn't been put in a class kit. Like I haven't bundled together some class kits in a bag for someone and bundled it together. It's not in my diary. But yeah, it's not just you. I owe someone else kits as well. I owe 3 people kits. And I owe them instructions, and I don't know how I'm doing that. But it's all in a tub together. Your kits are all there in a tub.
Deborah says that the vellums are in a cart, and Kemi says, love the commentary. It's very pretty. It was a lot of work. People better buy it. Subtle marketing right there.
No, it's not marketing, Karen. It's just to myself that if no one buys it, I'm never doing that much work on a piece of vellum again.
And Trish says that it was 5 degrees.
Oh, Trish, that's criminal, isn't it?
Yikes.
It was as hot as Hades here until we got an almighty storm. We were driving home, and there were these bolts of lightning going from the sky to the ground, and we were driving towards home, and they were over where home was. And the kids are like, do we have to go home? I'm like, well, where else are we going to go?
Yeah, well, none of you had to drive.
Naomi John was driving. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to try and fit 7 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch photos. You know, where you get someone else to take the Christmas Day photos and they end up with, you know, everything in the house except for the person you want in the photo. But no, that wasn't meant to be marketing, Karen. I probably should have just said it under my breath that, you know, it was a bit of a, it was just a lot of work. And it was probably silly just for a vellum to spend that much time. But I knew what I wanted to achieve. And I achieved it. I'm going to make a flare button out of it. So I suppose it's going to be a flare button and it's going to be a vellum. And I own the pattern because I've made the pattern. And all I have to do is click it in place. Like I've made it as a proper seamless pattern that'll, which probably sounds like gobbledygook to you guys. So that means I just need to put it where I want it. And it'll, yeah, I can just make anything that pattern. So, what's that?
Sounds like less work for me. I'm like that.
Yeah. So it is.
Yeah, but you can't have it on Mum's bed.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So it's kind of worth it, but yeah. The snowflakes was just nearly as bad. And the baubles, I made a pattern for the baubles, so I probably spent the 3 patterns, probably 5 hours. That's okay. But yeah, sorry if it sounded like I was being salesy. I didn't mean to be. Oh, I don't know if this is going to fit. Oh, I wanted to mat these. I don't know if I've got matting them in the space provided.
I feel like this is going to be a nice page.
A nice page. What? It's going to be easy on you.
I am feeling currently, so I hope so.
You've got one each.
We got one each?
Yeah.
Okay, this is yours.
How about you go and peel it in the lounge room as well?
No, he needs to peel in the sink. He's not peeling a mango in the lounge room.
You
If
don't
you need that, put it peeled.
cook other foods or peel other foods anywhere but the kitchen.
Are you going to tell everyone what Alfie McGilty told you today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alfie McGilty today told me that I'm the best scribe.
I think Alfie McGilty doesn't know what he's talking about.
He does. I am the best scribe. Aren't I, Naomi? I don't wander off.
Yeah, you did today.
Well, you wanna
I
go snack?
didn't.
Didn't she wander off this morning?
Yeah, to get a cup of water. She did take a bit.
And to have a snack.
No, I don't wander off.
And then you came back and you were looking over Naomi's shoulder at what she was doing. You forgot you were meant to be scribing.
No.
Amelia, scribe is not supposed to leave their state.
No, I was sitting on the chair and then, since the computer was going too slow,
Then you had to wander off.
no, I had to go near Naomi's shoulder. Naughty computer! It's
Okay.
slow.
Go out in the kitchen with your brother. So we're going to use this Dreamland number 2. And it's got a barcode on it. So it's not going to fit in my trimmer. I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off. And we're going to cut 3 squares that are 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So we're going to cut some mats for our oh, I was going to use that back. Oh well. I was going to use this for my title. Whoopsie. And then from the rest of paper 5 from Flower Power, I'm going to cut 4 pieces that are 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches.
Did you say 4?
Yep. What's the goings on?
She's like, you can't hear me. Well, they can't hear me.
She's telling me how when Dad cuts a mango, he eats pieces out of it.
He does.
It's called taxation.
It's taxation.
There you go. Eat your mango. Eat your mango first.
Oh, it's hilarious. Honestly. Hello, Debbie. It's just, yeah. 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 It is just the depth that varies.
I feel like our conversations are real intriguing.
I don't think a fly on the wall would be a good thing to be.
So, what are you thinking, Mum?
Well,
But we'll make them join to a shaker.
we are. Oh, I've left my scissors at work.
Not really off that, so I'll have mine and then
I'm gonna cut the leftover of this Dreamland number 2. I'm gonna cut a piece of it that's 7 inches long, and it's whatever the width is that's left, which is 2 1/4 inches. And then I'm gonna tear a little bit off, like a 1/4 inch off the 2 long sides. I'm trying to make something tricky. Then we're going to stick that to a piece of Flower Power number 1. We're going to stick it so that it's like, we're going to stick it so that we've got enough for, okay, so we've got our joy word here. And we want enough of the Flower Power number 1, like a good 1/4 inch below. and the left, and then we want this to run there because we want it to run through the middle of our joy word like that. So it's about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom. Right. We're going to stick this on here. We're going to stick it on with a bit of a border around. We need to make this wider so we can make a shaker. Let's get some glue. It's getting to be a bit dire straits around here with the glue. That's okay. I like to use it all up. So I've got the fan on and it's a little warm here. It's not hot hot. Oh dear. I think my bottle's got a hole in it. So I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm down to like the last 50 pages of my book. Hoping to finish it tonight. No, I don't think I'm going to read a book for a couple of days.
Why has the shadow just taken a bit out of you?
No, it's an 880-page book. Or 880 pages or 888 pages. Might be 886, I think it is. It's a big book. And it's the third one in a series, and I've read all 3 just back to back. I just don't think I've got any glue left in here. Do you have any glue? Can I steal some of your glue?
Yeah, I've got all that mention on it.
Let's steal some of this, considering I put a page for it.
Oh my word.
Yeah, and I buy art supplies.
Exactly, I'm glad you see how this works. I'm also like nearly halfway through making maybe the 5th last set of bows on this batch.
Yeah.
We did have a bit of a vacation making bows for a while.
Okay, so I've got to work quickly because I don't want my glue to dry because the fan and the heat before things have gone outside the lines there. Yeah, I might be putting a bit much on. So stick this on so that torn bit goes through the middle. But we need a bit of a gap over here because we're going to create a frame around our... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez Louise. Let's made a bit of a monster of this.
Is it like the Titanic?
Bit.
I thought we were making a shaker.
We are. Just wait and see. We're just thickening up the outside edge. Now I'm going to stick my centre of my O in.
I'm very confused.
You can tell.
Thanks.
Okay. Sorry about the jet taking off. Oh, it's leaving now. It's a bit late.
It must have been
Well, they could have combined several flights. They have a habit of doing that around here. Rightio. So, let's cut that bit off there. Let's cut our middle of our O out, and we're going to cut out around it. Yes. We're going to cut the inside out of these letters, just so you know, because we're fattening up the outer frame ready to make. And I probably should have made an identical piece of this across there. That's okay, we'll fill it with something else. We're actually going to cut this out. I'm going to use this on top of our shaker film. So what we're doing is we're going to cut the middle out of all those letters, not the outside. We're going to cut the middle. We're just thickening up the outside. Hello, Marie. Right. So it's ready to go on. Actually, let's do the outside. So what we're going to do is going to cut around the outside, and we're going to leave a good 1/8 of an inch or just over, like that. So we're making a mat around it, and then we're going to fill it with shaker. We had, what do we have today? We had 15 kids come in. Amelia did the class as well. We had 15 kids come in from a daycare centre today. Naomi was lucky she was working. It's a holiday group, school holiday group from a daycare centre.
I don't know if you would describe my work as lucky today.
Well, no. We did watercolour angels, same angels I did with grade 4. And we did rock painting. They painted a rock with the Pilot pens. You know the Pilot pens, Pilot Pintool pens we sell? And I have heard that our Pilot Pintool pens are a good price compared to a lot of others, so I don't know. No. I didn't think many people sold Pintool pens. Pilot pens. I don't think anyone else in our area sells them. So I'm just rounding the edges off. I'm going to make my nice outside first.
Lorraine says that she would love to bring her kitties to our shop.
Yeah.
Is she running for her?
Yeah, Katie was in today. Contemplating, Katie was very well behaved. Contemplating doing a kids class next. So I've done it before. Do a kids class on like Christmas Eve. Not so. I don't think I'm going to open it actually on the Saturday on Christmas Eve, but I might open. So I will open on the Friday, and yeah, have it as a bit of an opportunity for parents to go shopping and leave the kids for a couple of hours with us.
We used to do it while I was at high school.
2 hours at max, and we'll do a couple of last minute Christmas projects.
The kids come in and they make like a Christmas card for mum and dad while they go.
Well, mum and dad go and get the last minute shopping done. So So I'm trying to think how we can come up with a trippy way to back this. I like trying to create optical illusions. So you can see that I'm cutting around the inside, but I'm not gonna cut the overlap yet.
Lorraine says, "Gosh, you're game."
So that's okay.
And Lee says that she's going to send Rory up for the class.
Yeah.
She needs
Not really little kids, but Rory will be fine.
Yeah, they just need to know how to cut. It's the main criteria.
Follow instructions. I don't take like really little kids. Some of the kids I've taught to Scrapbook are now parents. Like I've been teaching kids to Scrapbook for over 20 years.
Does that make you feel like just a little bit?
I don't care how it makes me feel. I just think it's great. I've actually taught the children of children I've taught to Scrapbook. So I think that's pretty cool. We run a very casual program, but some parents don't like our program. I don't do the work for the kids, and I don't dictate what they do. If they want to paint a smiley face on their rock, they can, or a chicken nugget. The kid today, their piece of art on their rock was a picture of a chicken nugget. So, and they even wrote the word chicken nugget so that when that's what they want for dinner, they can show mum their rock. And you know what?
It's convenient.
Kids' logic. We had some very intricate things on rocks, and we had some very simple things. We had some kids that didn't follow instructions and ended up with paint pen everywhere. And then went, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, yep, that's right. But they were a little freaked out by the storm. Daycare teachers were too busy chatting, but because we did have 3 daycare teachers there with them. I won't have a daycare centre without teachers. Holy dooly. They got to provide the ratio. I don't provide the staff to child ratio for that.
So when they, I can't pronounce it. Sorry. Lorraine moves next door to the kids, to her grandkids. They're gonna really enjoy his scrapbooking because they can pass it down to them.
Yeah. Kids love scrapbooking. All of my kids are scrapbooked. It's a great skill. Especially if they study visual art at high school, because they actually have to have an art journal that gets sent away. So as a scrapbooker, their art journals are much better. Rightio. So that's what we've made. I know it's laborious. I know it's obnoxious, but
Joy.
that's beautiful.
Cool. I do like how the photos are. A bit weird, but cool. What?
Are you here saying goodnight?
Maybe.
Maybe. Or are you here hiding?
She's here saying goodnight.
I'm here hiding.
You're hiding.
If you say goodnight now, you get to have a
Educators
look.
enjoy adult company. Yeah. I'd love to have Rory come to do
Rory?
classes.
Who's Rory?
Rory. Lee's Rory. You know Lee?
Oh. Makes much more sense. Not like Noah's friend Rory.
No, not like crazy Rory. We have her at the shop sometimes, don't we?
I've never seen her at the shop.
Oh, haven't you?
No, never.
Oh, well, we must keep you away then.
Goodbye.
Imagine if
Why
you
would
wanna-
you keep me away from Crazy Rory? We're both crazy.
Because if you and her join teams, the world
No,
would
no,
have-
no. When Noah's friends come to the shop to do art, we usually keep you away so you don't annoy them.
But I'm crazy and Rory's crazy. We should both be together.
No.
I feel like that's something that
Let's
the
cut the
world
middle
is
out of our
just not
photo
ready.
mats. Now, remember these photo mats were 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches? And our photos were 3.5 by 3.5. I was meant to ring you this afternoon, Lee, but every time I thought of it, I went, oh, I bet she's working. Oh, I bet she's working. When I got home, after the storm, I thought about it, not anymore. Got all about it. I'm so sorry. I've got to work out what I'm going to use to back my shaker.
Lee says that you can ring after 4:15.
Okay, got to remember then.
I can set an alarm on my phone. What alarm would you like? What sound? You're not for it.
My silence must be very reassuring.
I once had a friend tell me that if you don't get an answer from your parents, it means yes.
Who was that, Keelan?
No. Abby C.
Really?
I'm willing to apply it.
No. Do we want to put that in there? Oh, it's a bit bold. What do we want to put this one in there? Or do we want to put this one in there? I think it's this. I think it's flower power number 5. Okay, let's get our joy word and our shaker film or acetate. Make sure it all looks good. And we're going to apply our glue. Oh, I don't like using glue and shakers. I'm just saying it just doesn't always go well for me. So yesterday I used tape to make a shaker. I felt a lot better about myself. Let's wipe that on my work shirt. So just sticking it on there.
Oh, Diane Beach just joined us.
Hello, Diane.
She's late. She says late, but yeah, that's the important thing.
Well, did I say hello to Cheryl? Oh no, Cheryl was saying good night to Amelia. Whoops. Oh, don't mind me. Maybe we'll tie a bow. We might tie a bow. Have you got Tim Holt scissors there? Or... Oh no, just wait.
I do, but I'm currently using them to actually actually. Help me forget. I know which ones are mine because I got paint all over.
I have a second pair that I have hidden.
Why? Oh, nice.
Because I had to steal these back off my son.
Oh, that's right. Hey, you know what we did?
Actually, no. These aren't the ones I stole off my son.
Actually, you know what we do need? We need to convince him to bring back the herbs.
Well, at least one pair of the herb scissors.
Because we were supposed to bring them back, and when we moved me, but he took them like while he was staying with me during
Both
his...
pairs.
Yes, he took one when he moved out originally, and then he took the next one when he came
So
home.
the herb scissors are the multi-blade scissors you cut your herbs with. And I've got two pairs. I've got a Martha Stewart pair that are cream, which are meant to be for craft. And I've got a pair of Wiltshire ones, which are actually for in the kitchen. But the kids, yeah, apparently they sterilise the Martha ones and they use them in the kitchen as well. They're exactly the same.
Okay, I'm not the one who actually stole the herb scissors.
I stole one pair.
No, Milton had a fascination with it. He also stole Dad's stir fry spoon, but
yes, he's got my favourite stir fry spoon. So we're cutting the acetate off around our joy. Okay. Rightio. So there we go. Then we're going to apply a foam tape. Now, around the outside edge, our foam tape has to be, I'm going to cut my 12mm foam into thirds. It has to be an unbroken seal. The biggest mistake that people make with shakers, other than trying to pull them apart after they stuck them down like I did yesterday. If you watched yesterday's class, it was a bit comical, I'm sure, at times. The biggest mistake people make is that they leave gaps. Even I've done it, left the tiniest gap, not realising I have beads smaller than the gap I've left. Rightio. We don't want to see our foam. We want our foam to be inside our border. I find going around corners better to cut. Better to cut it than to just gotta hold it up here so I don't, I'm just trying to get rid of the reflection of it. And there's another plane.
Busy afternoon.
Busy evening. Well, but they do go through phases where they won't leave the planes here. Or they don't. They leave here empty. Without people in them at times. So they don't have to leave them here. Just drop one of my photos. So we're going to go round and finger got stuck. Just going to continue around, working our way around our joy. Don't need to go up that far on that one. So if you wanted to make separate shakers and have, say you were doing a rainbow page, right? You could do like blue sequins in here, pink sequins in here, and green sequins in the Y. Do you know what I mean? Like you could do separate shakers if you so chose. You could definitely do that. Okay. Did anyone watch our Yorkshire Farm last night and see the origin story of Tony the Pony? How they got Tony the Pony back to the farm in the back of a Land Rover?
Oh, Liz has joined us on YouTube. And,
Oh, hello, Liz.
Diane B loves your joy word.
I think it's coming up nicely. I'm just filling the little gaps now.
Just a few layers.
Okay, we got any gaps? No. There we go. Okay. Ooh, that's just a bit of tape there. Got no gaps. Right. So, I think we're going to stick it to this in here because it's got this nice light motley bit. I like that. I think it's pretty. So, what we need to do is we're going to stick it here. So, let's flip the whole thing over like this. Should have really done this before. And let's kind of trace around it.
Trish watched it and she said, yeah, it was very funny.
Yep, Tony the Pony.
And Lorraine said, I've been spending my free time making cards, and for my boys making light up cards. My son came over tonight and is like, wow, and can I take these and show Zoe, my partner? I've been stressing they aren't good enough, and he's made this feeling great at the moment.
There you go. I'm sure they're absolutely fabulous. I am positive they are wonderful, Lorraine. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, and I know you can't see this, I'm going to cut just inside that line I just drew. So I'm going to come around and I'm going to cut just inside that line. And we're going to test it make sure it doesn't overhang before I have to admit, we went to a farm auction. So we had in the dual cab ute with the canopy on the back, we had Quentin and I, my mum, my brother, and Milton, who was really small. And we went to it was a swap meet. We went to a swap meet, and yeah, by the time we bought the parts we needed for the vintage cars, and we bought a couple other things, and then we had all our gear, our camping gear and that, or I nursed an antique tricycle the whole way back to Gladstone. It was like a 7.5, 8 hour drive. Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Because that's the tricycle I used to ride. We've still got the tricycle. And I've been known to ride it with the kids in the back when they were little.
Right.
They loved it. My kids loved.
You nearly did a knee.
I know. I wouldn't do it now. Holy crap. Holy dooly. My name's Mummy, not Dummy. Holy dooly.
I remember Dad was running for his life at one point. We were chasing him.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's going to work. Next step. Making shakers. I'm going to put the stuff in. Now, I'm going to show you something really interesting. If we put a couple of bits, like if we do a couple of bits here, and we'll put a bit here, what these little guys are going to do is create some sort of blockages. They're going to mean that the sequins sort of, when they move around, are going to get stuck on things and move. And we discussed this yesterday. When I put sequins on a page, like if I just flung some sequins on a page, they would be the wrong way up. They would not face me for love nor money. But if I'm going to put them in a shaker, they're all going to face me. Now, I've got to be a little careful because I'm getting to the point. Now, these oval beads are a little bit big for this. You've got to be careful not to put too much in because it gets kind of overstuffed and won't move. And you've got to look at, some of these beads are a bit big. One's too big. If the item is bigger than your foam tape, it's not going to be much chop.
So I was just wondering where you're going to put the center of the O, like in. Are you going to stick that on top of the acetate? Or?
Yeah, I'll put that on top. It's got more impact on top. Now I'm just going to turn some of these sequins over because I want them to face the front. They never do what I want them to do. Dang sequins. And don't have too many sequins piled up. Try and have them sort of as separated as you can because the more you have them piled up, the thicker they get and the less they're going to move around. And yeah, they're going to sit to the bottom a lot, but people will get it. They'll shake it. Go away, flying amp. I might have a little much in my J. Oh, crud. Oh, I don't want to be here till midnight turning sequins over.
I just love it.
Well,
the way they decided they're going to be backwards.
I just think it's just to make me cranky. Sure, it's just to make me cranky. And I don't want those two pink ones. So I'm doing battle sequence, and then I've got to find the antonym there. Rightio. So now we're going to take, without it pinging too much and then bouncing off, we're going to take our foam tape off, the back off our foam tape. Deary, deary me. I'm all thumbs. I lost my photo map again. No, I lost a bauble. And a word. I think I lost my word. Just trying to see which bits are taking the back off. Okay. Let's stick our joy colour on. Sorry if my head's in the way. Just really want to stick that on. We made a shaker. Okay, can I see that bit on the back? No, I can't. Then let's get our middle of our O and stick it on. Just hold that in place while it dries. It's a bit funny sticking to acetate. Right. So 3.5 inch. 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch. Is there a sharpener on your sister's desk? I really don't know where my brass sharpener is. I don't even have a dodgy other sharpener. Because my present one is at work.
Yep, nope. Oh, hold up. These wish you a Merry Christmas is hard.
Oh, Jesus. Torch. Just gonna sit that there so it looks like Naomi stole it. Oh, that's better.
No, but you're the one.
That's a good sharpener. I'm just gonna put that in there. Yep. Well, it's sharpening a Prismacolor pencil, and they're not the easiest thing to sharpen.
Cheryl says Violet looks fantastic. Enjoy what? It's very effective. I didn't know where we were going when you matted it, but it looks very nice.
Yeah, it just, see how the matte and then having the piece through the middle of the lighter colour, and then it's in the O in there, and it's just, you can, yeah. If you've got a pair of scissors and enough time, you can fake a lot of things and create more depth by doing this sort of thing. Like you're creating additional depth. Like yesterday we used the glitter on a upwards dripping mat. If you haven't seen yesterday's split easel card with a shaker in it, the album, the link is in the description for this post, this video, up above on Facebook and down below on YouTube, and the link to the album for this week. And because it's week 50 of 2022, how psychotic is that? Yeah, the pictures are from yesterday's class are already in there of the split easel card using Purple Christmas.
Marie says it looks very beautiful.
Flying ant is driving me nuts. Okay, let's stick our photographs to our photo mats. That would be our next step in the process. And when I do this sort of thing, like I've got lots of photos here, I just production line it. So I put the tape on the back of all my photos. Like even if it was real photos, I'd whack the tape on the back of every photo at once, and then I would then I'd stick them all to the mats. Then I'd put my tape or foam behind my mats. I just do a lot of production liney stuff. The lady hasn't picked up the cards that I made. Yeah, not feeling great about that. Go away from it. They took a long time to make because they've got shakers. They're twisted easel Christmas cards with circle shakers on them. I think we need to mat our little words. And I think we're going to use the centers of this. Yeah, mate, can you shut the curtains in the lounge room, please? Just... Yeah, I know, but I'm attracting bugs.
See the light?
And I'm not going to try and do a video in the dark. Okay, so in January, we're doing the Geeks Craft Show. I'm only going to talk about this once because we don't want everyone to know we're doing it, because we try and have some things that we keep to our chest. What for collections or what, yeah, we want to add to or reboot, like we did an Aussie Grunge reboot at the last one in November, International Craft Show, and we expanded Too Cute and we took playtime from one set of colour cuts to an actual collection. What would you like to see? Noting that whatever we do will have classes, and then those classes will have kits, and yeah, okay. So the gifts word and the love word, we're going to stick to some of the innards of these pinky purple frames. So see how I've got this? So this mat has been repeated up in here inside, and then this mat is repeated on the strip through the middle. So we are repeating the colours in lots of places. Is there anything that you would like to see? I know Deborah has put in a request for a collection to be expanded. And that was already on the cards, but yeah, I wasn't going to do it for that time of year, but I probably could.
Mermaid Wishes with Merboys, Merman, and maybe.
Oh, well, I need to request that the artist actually makes the mermen, because, yeah.
We can have a look at that.
Really?
Oh, I can have a look at that. That's a me. Let me write it on my trusty notepad.
Mamie is working on. I want to do a collection, and I bought a license for a particular flower. It was my grandmother's favourite flower. So one of my grandmother's favourite flowers. One grandmother. My mum's mum. And I ended up with 6 images. Yep. So Naomi John is currently expanding that. The 6 images are just the base images. Like, we're just going to make bouquets and everything with it. So I don't have time. So I'm trying to I'm sort of teaching her what to do, and getting Naomi a little bit more involved. Go away, bug. In the design. I think it's a good idea, Naomi being involved.
Redwood Farm.
Yeah, we did think of it.
By Mary and Deborah. Deborah also wants maybe some machinery, trucks, etc. And Lorraine said that's not true. Karen says frogs.
Yep, I know, Karen. I haven't found nice frogs yet. When I find what I think is a nice frog, I'm going to have to run it by you. There is something coming in January that's got a frog in it. Just don't ask. If you knew how much stress it is trying to find frogs, I spend a lot of time trying to find watercolor frog designs. Actually, yep, Naomi's going to have to draw them.
Decided. Elise said Redwood Farm, cowboy boots, lasso ropes, horse hoe. I can't pronounce that word, sorry. Karen
Horseshoes.
There we go. It wasn't really coming out properly, so I figured to
My photo mats are a bit big.
dump that one. Karen said that's okay.
I'm going to get the frogs. You're going to get your frogs.
Hang it up.
I've even, the pandas and koalas. She doesn't even do a frog. The chick that did the pandas and koalas.
Tanya Duffy says Robot Annex, more glitter. Trish said it's cool. And then Lorraine said about her cards, I started wanting to make tea candle light up cards. Couldn't get tea lights. So we found 20 lights started making cards, killer cards, then learnt how to insert like the lights into the card. Goodness.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Theory. That takes engineering skills.
Okay, I'm going to put my photos flat. And I'm just going to stick them on. I'm going to put the tape on the back of them all first. And I should have done that before this point in time when I've moved them around. I moved my thing around. I've got a mark on my cardstock. I think I got a dud piece of cardstock. I think I actually got the mark on the cardstock yesterday.
Deborah says shaker is made. Woohoo. another suggestion is full 12x12 sheets of fake glitter pages.
Yeah.
We try adding them in. Non-contagious glitter.
Non-contagious glitter. I've got to add some in. There's going to be boys and girls in the collection for the May-June retreat. It's a hybrid. Yeah, we know where we're going with things.
We've had meetings pretty consistently for the last few weeks. Our staff
Yeah,
meetings.
we missed a staff meeting last week. But we had one this week.
Our staff meetings do get a bit sidetracked.
We do. We cleared the storeroom. We started cleaning out a storeroom. But we've got some serious changes coming. So it's just under 1/4 of an inch, my border. My border's a bit smaller than what I wanted, but it's because I probably should have done 3-inch photos to get the matte size I wanted, and I wanted a bigger white border around the outside edge. But you know what? It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be.
Tanya D says anything with that has a creative builder. Love creative builders.
So we want more creative builders, do we? You've got to remember that when I lost my design hard drive, it's being repaired. Still being repaired. He's trying to repair it. I lost all the files for 11 collections. I've downloaded most of it. Well, I think I've downloaded it all, but it's just a waste of I feel it's a waste of my time, but it's not. Because I was already working on an Imagine with Alice reboot, like an addition to Imagine with Alice, but I kind of lost all my bits, but we'll get there. We will get there. But yeah, I want to do Redwood Farm we were thinking about, and thought about Swan Princess because I could do my swan colour cuts that I've got half organised.
I think I've seen them in folders.
And I don't think I lost Swan Princess. We lost Gnome for the holidays, so I've had to rebuild a lot of that. Though I did manage the other day to repair a file and salvage the I've got a little bit of funny bit of thread in there. I managed to salvage the red things vellum the other day. I repaired the Photoshop file.
Deborah says that the creative builders are great because they're easy to make a quick card out of, like, just grab a quick card.
Or a page. I just had a little bit of paper scrap in there.
Tanya D says, I love using them to give friends as encouragement for their pages.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
And she loves the page. And Jacqueline says it's gorgeous.
Thank you. Right. So now we're going to I'm going to turn it upside down so we can sort of center our joy shaker thingy up here. We're going to just sort of center it in this nice gap we've got. I like how they turned out with the little borders. Okay, so we've got this little guy, and he's going to come up here on some foam. So it's the small one. It's the bluey purple. It's a small cluster. That's the one.
Jacqueline would love large hibiscus and frangipanis.
Larger ones.
Yes, large, like big coloured hubs, like a window one.
Big ones, like so bigger ones of
Frangipanis.
the frangipanis are, what are frangipanis? We've got frangipanis in
Mermaid, I think.
Mermaids and Tropicana.
And the hibiscus.
Mermaids, I actually had categorized and organized a whole ton of color cuts, but lost them all. That's okay.
And
So then this one here, we're going to cut a piece out and L shape our corner a bit like that.
Lorraine says, looking beautiful, great page, love the purple.
Like that. I think it's looks pretty good.
Karen L says, another random idea, do you do a train set, like a cute kids version?
Like of a train set.
Yes, like Thomas.
That's not a bad thing. You can't call it that. So this bauble here, I'm going to cut a bit off. Stick it there.
And Trish says, male creative builders, maybe male color cuts as well. Like, you mean like tools and stuff? We could do like a welder. Do a white linen cut welder.
White linen cut welder. Really?
What can I say? I'm up for it.
I'm going to work out where I was at here.
Mary says, great page for using all those hundreds of Christmas photos.
Oh, yeah. So this bauble, it's going to go here. And then we're going to put the tuck the little gift in here. And the word love. This would be a really good one for, you know, those photos that you need to cut up where the kid takes the photos on the phone of you in your pajamas unwrapping Christmas gifts. You just gotta, you know.
Ryan says, I'm loving your beautiful layout.
So it's lots of photos. So we've got a lots of photos page.
Yes. And then Karen L and Diane B have written comments, but I'm choosing not to read them.
What are they? Sammy, it would be great to have a paper collection of your mixed media. There you go. Yep. I want to try doing A4 paper, I think. I think I'd like to have a go at that. I just don't know. Okay, so see this bauble here? We've kind of altered the design a bit because we couldn't hang a bauble from there. So I'm going to stick this one here. And then we're going to put this gift on a bit of foam. The skinny gift. It takes a long time to make a set of colour cuts. Because I've got to load, you can't just go, oh, I'm going to use these images. I'm going to just load them in there. And then I'm going to build my design from it. It's like about 5 minutes to load every image into the screen. It's a real pain. I've looked for shortcuts, but there are none. And it's a little bit of a finicky program. I do crash it on occasion. I think the only thing we need now is we need a little smattering of sequins around. We need some sequins that have sort of exploded out of our shaker. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue down. Oh, that's what I was meant to do today. Oh, I was meant to count the purple Christmas sequin packs. Put them together and count them.
Oh, my cousin loves nutcrackers. She's a ballet teacher. Would be great.
Ballet. It's not ballet, not ballot.
For nutcrackers and ballerinas for next Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah. Everyone's loving a page.
I like how this turned out.
And Debbie's leaving us for the night.
Bye, Debbie. Debbie gets up early in the morning. She has long days.
Lorraine says it's not even dark in SA yet. Goodness me.
Pitch black here.
And Trish says, beautiful page.
It is pitch black here in Queensland.
Everyone is loving it. Cheryl, Jacqueline, Karen. Too many comments. Yes, it is pitch black here. Although the sun didn't go down until like 7.
Yeah, we do have a nasty storm hanging around.
No one named it Jeremy.
Well, that was the second storm. We drove through one into another. Okay.
Sandra says that she's spent the whole class looking for a title that's similar to Joy. She's found the word dad and has all the papers. So now she just needs to find some small photos and then she's good to go with the page and she's loved what you've done.
There you go. Awesome.
And the sun is nearly all set in the gee.
Nothing fell off.
How does your sun up?
I probably should have used some more paper on the background, but I just found some glue. Let's use down. I do actually like the white. It's nice and stark. I like it. I think it's very simple, but really trippy. You probably would have small photos. A lot of my photos of my dad are really small. Got a lot of photos of my mum and dad before I came on. And they're quite small. They're this size. A lot of older photos are this size. Or a little smaller. Here we go. So what do we think? Journaling. I would say you could write just here. I would write just here the who, what, when, where, why, how, just along there. And if you wanted to ink the background, you could. If you wanted to, smush around it, you could have. But I think it's nice sometimes to have just something simple. Most of my photos are big, as Dad was on the horse or something similar. Yeah. I think the white lets the purple shine. Yeah. There we go. Only a little. Oh, let's put a bow on it. Where would you put a bow? Bonus. That's your bonus, people. Still got a little bit left. You've got a little word joy. That's all we've got from our colour cuts after our 2 classes. And then we've got these 2 pieces here. So you could probably make, like if you've got another set of the colour cuts, you could probably make a facing page and like use these 2 and put more photos, or do a pocket page to go with and a facing page. Like you could probably scrapbook a whole heap of those random Christmassy photos.
Trisha's saying good night.
Oh, and we've got this bit left.
Trisha's saying good night to us and Ham's that lovely page.
Oh, a bit of ball. So thank you all for coming along. Sorry I forgot to bring the card home. Did I have anything else? And I showed you at the start the vellums. Yeah. There will be vellum freebies of this going out. The printer had a fit and printed on both sides. Yeah, I've had some issues. I've always got issues. I even had to use DOS commands today to try and fix them, but first Google was not understanding what I was asking. But I got there in the end. Geez, I've got an awful mess tonight, haven't I? So, there we go. Has everyone taken their... Oh, I better hold it up so you can take your screenshots. So, thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the class. You missed DOS commands. Yeah. It's hard to, but you've got to get your information from legit places on how to do that kind of stuff too now. Yep, she's just looking at me like I'm speaking another language, which I am talking another language, aren't I, Lorraine? So thank you all for coming along. If you came along and said hello and I missed it, hello. If you left a lovely comment, thank you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Trish and Pam and Mary and Cheryl and Lorraine and Diane, for your lovely comments at the end. If you're watching this at a later time and you have a question, you're welcome to leave a comment, but I don't get notified of every comment. We get thousands and thousands of comments a week on our videos alone. So we try and catch up, but if you're feeling like I'm not getting your comment, you can always send us a message. And I'll get back to you. So thank you all. Take care. Stay safe. And, thank you for spending your night with us, your creative family. And we'll see you tomorrow morning in the Art by Marlene Advent group. If you've bought an Art by Marlene Advent kit from us for your Naomi John fix in the morning, 25 days of Naomi John. Very interesting. And if you're not doing that, we'll be back here in the Creative Family group and on Naomi John's YouTube channel tomorrow night and doing mixed media. She probably has no idea what she's doing and she's going to whinge about mum teaching her accounting stuff. Adapting to the photos I have. There you go, Deborah. Awesome. Half finished your page. Excellent. Can't wait to see the pictures of it. So thank you very much. Take care. Stay safe. Love yous all. And thank you for watching. Bye.